What's going on to you, Virgo? So you have the Empress, the King of Cups, the Emperor, the Page of Cups, the Chariot, Six of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Virgos is a lot of you Virgos are pretty much moving forward. A lot of you are being selective about just who it is that you associate yourself with. Because you realize that everybody that you associate yourself with is not really the best type of people for you to be able to do that. That you really do have to be cautious of the quality of the people that you associate yourself with. Because us Virgos, we like to hang around some real trash sometimes, because we look at them like an equal, but we got to start looking at them like they're not an equal. Not to necessarily be stuck up, but a lot of the times, unless a person is exhibiting some form of nobility and character, we really have to start looking at them like, if they do not express nobility and character, I'm not saying for you to be overconfident, but you really do have to start getting it through your mind, Virgo, that you are not like them and they are not like you. The King of Cups and the Emperor, because what it is that they do when they get you comfortable, because a lot of us Virgos want to help so many people, and we bring them into our lives, right, with humility, because we spend so much of our time trying to be humble. We end up really putting ourselves in a particular situation where we really end up messing ourselves up, because those people do us wrong, treat us terribly, and this is the things that we get from dysfunctional individuals in the first place. So we have to be able to be a better judge in character, to know which groups of people to leave in the trash, and which groups of people which are diamonds in the rough that you can trust, or you can learn to trust, and that actually has some form of value. They just want an opportunity. And this goes for dating, friendship, this goes for anything. So the King of Cups and the Emperor represents that wisdom, that better judgment, right? Becoming elderly in that sense of the wisdom because of the experience that you've built up over the years, but without having to be old in order to do that, right? Using some form of wisdom now. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, people, while they're in their youth, their teens, 20s, and 30s, they act like, using wisdom is some sort of alien, extraterrestrial problem, right? When in actuality, it's really more so of just using common sense. It's really more so of using wisdom. It's not even common sense. It's really more so of using wisdom, understanding the long-term effects of something or someone. So the Page of Cups and the Chariot represents, and all of this type of pushback that people give to you, all of that type of pushback that people give to you where you're trying to get to know them, you're in relationships with them, and the only thing that they can do is act like they have a problem with you. Yeah, let these people go. If a person, here's the thing, right? Especially if you're a Virgo and you really have put in real serious work, you really do. Someone really does need to just blatantly tell you that they like you. All of this, I'm trying to be independent and strong and act like I don't like you for the camera. All of that stuff is played out. And I can show and prove that it's played out. Like, who's this idea of, no, I want something, but I gotta act like I don't want it? Why? Who's forcing you to do that? Nah, I gotta do that just for the sake of it. All of that stuff is played out, because at the end of the day, when people do that, and when you walk away from them, now the Page of Cups, they're delusional even more than when you were in a relationship with them. They got to start talking to you about all this other stuff, about how it is that, they having a problem with, they're having a problem with the fact that you Virgos walked away, and then they want to deliberately miss why you walked away. You walked away because they were acting crazy and they were wilding out, and they was acting like they didn't have any kind of home training. They was acting like they didn't have any kind of common sense. So you walked away from these dysfunctional people to get away from them so you can have a peaceful mind. They're wilding out as if, oh no, you couldn't handle a strong individual like them. You couldn't have, all this excuses. So the Six of Swords represents, but at the same time though, the Six of Swords is that if they had a chance, they would be again with you in a heartbeat, even though they're talking all this delusional stuff, talking about your exes. Because the page of, the Ten of Wands and the Fool, because you Virgos are gone. And you're not coming back to them. And a lot of you, a lot of you Virgos are very much so minding your business with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Whether it's you Virgos are relationships, your health, your spiritual health, your finances, you Virgos are wondering about that. And of course, your exes are upset because, like I said, the Six of Swords, they wish that they could be with you if they had a chance in a heartbeat. But it is what it is for them because they had their opportunity. Why didn't they show you that? Why didn't they tell you and show you that they liked you when they had the chance? No, they want to waste their time playing these games. When you leave, now they're upset. What did they expect you to do? What exactly did they expect you to do? No, they expect you to fall in line just like the other individuals do. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Let's clarify that. Okay. Come on now. Come on now. Stop playing. Come on now. Come on now. So to clarify the Knight of Cups, we have the High Priestess, which is Virgo and Taurus, Queen of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the King of Wands. So yeah, so you moving forward, they've pretty much, whatever relationship that you and them could have potentially had, even if the two of you weren't dating, is gone. You don't trust them. And that's something that, if you ask me, a lot of them wish that they wouldn't have done. But ego is going to beget ego. Because in the moment when they have an opportunity to do right, their ego just rules. And the ego just somehow seems to get the better of them. But a lot of you Virgos are maintaining your self-respect and you're moving forward without having to tear people down, mind you. So, and the Five of Cups represents their regret. It represents the idea of, they they don't even know what to say now. And the King of Wands is about you knowing that regardless of, even if you're not around, you know it now from the reading. You know it now because of the way you treated people. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really emotionally walk away from people who are treating them like gold, treating them well, treating them with respect. That's not true. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist. People act like they put it on a good front, but that doesn't really exist. The King of Wands represent, and a lot of you Virgos are just prepared to continue to, as you were, talk to other people, right? Cater to your spiritual health, mental health, physical health, finances. Don't be really too preoccupied with, the difficulties that people tried to, the fronting and the faking, the games that people tried to put up, because a lot of you Virgos, all that stuff is not real to begin with.